Holy shit. Outreach to Jewish community messages when it aligns with Brad later helped Mandani try out what expected to be a closer race. His opposition to Israel won it for him. Allegations fail to resonate. I want you to understand, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, that we're going to dismantle all racial prejudice, all systems of oppression. The one thing I would also encourage all of you to understand, I want you to learn dog whistles, you fucking neurodivergent leftists. For the love of God, learn dog whistling. As an example, if somebody says, I believe in Israel as a nation with equal rights for all, that means he doesn't think Israel as it exists should be legal. AKA, Israel as it is now should not exist. It's a dog whistle. It is a euphemism. You dumb fuck. Learn how to use it. It's when you take a viewpoint that if expressed in one way would not be supported by people and it express it in a better way that is. It's folding in the argument for why you believe Israel should be dismantled into the argument to dismantle Israel. You're being more concise, you dumb fuck. I swear to God, if I hear one more person say, oh, he capitulated to Zionism, I will commit a gentle chiding. He said, I will arrest Benjamin Netanyahu if he comes to New York City. You stupid fuck. That is not capitulating, you dumbass piece of shit. And it's like, he's saying, he stopped saying defund the police. He said, hold police funding stable. That's defunding the police, you dumbass. Because there's a thing called inflation. If you keep funding stable and then you take the money that would have gone to the police and put it somewhere else, you are defunding them over time. That's exactly how the right wing defunded our fucking state. That's how the right wing defunded funding for college. That's how the right wing defunded public schools. That's how the right wing defunded all sorts of programs. They did that. They held the funding stable and let inflation crank for years. That's how you defund the police, you dumb fuck. It's defunding the police. And if you take those funds and reallocate them to other shit, you have defunded them by saying something that in a way that people will agree with. It's called euphemisms. It's called dog whistling. You have to be smart. Like if you can't understand that, if you want people to just posture by saying the most radical and confrontational formulation of your policies, you're not doing politics. You're doing social media signaling. Grow up. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean by ultras. I don't care if you think that you're more left-wing than me. You're not. I want to actually do this shit. I want to break the power of the police unions. And we need men like Mamdani in power to do it. I want to give you an example of what I'm talking about. Super corrupt shit that he's going right after, which is why our city sucks shit, and he's smart enough to figure it out. I want you to explain. I want to show it to you. Here.
New York is suffering from a crisis, and it's called halalflation. Today, we're going to get to the bottom of this. How much does a plate of halal cost right now from this truck?
$10.
$10. Chicken over rice, lamb over rice, $10.
$10?
Yeah.
When you're a street vendor, you have to pay for the food, the plates. How much do you have to pay for your permit?
Before it was 22K.
17,000.
How much does the license cost if you get it from the city?
I think 400.
And who are you paying?
The permit owner.
You're not paying the city.
No.
You pay the permit owner $22,000 just so you can sell this food.
Yes.
And who is this?
A random guy.
It's not a random guy. This is the corruption that happens in the Northeast. And this happens around all, in Pennsylvania, it's on liquor licenses or gaming licenses, all right? This is corruption. This is one of the best ways to do corruption, and it is all over the Northeast, which basically what you do is you have permits. They also did it, they used to do it with taxi medallions, but Uber killed this grift, all right? They used to do it with taxi medallions as well, but the taxi medallions are worthless because of Uber. But basically what you do is I know local politicians. I bribe them money, campaign contributions. Therefore, I know, and I have the best position to own a permit. So I own the permit, and then I just hold this permit, and then I rent it to other people so they can actually do the job. I do fucking nothing but have a connect. So I'm a middleman that just scoops off money off of people that are actually driving taxis or people that are actually running these street vendor things. It's complete, pure, parasitic shit. And why does this continue to exist? Because these guys bribe local politicians. And there's not enough people that are mad about it to fix it. Mamdani is calling this type of corruption out. This is why our cities are more expensive. And it's pure rentierism. This is scam shit. This is corruption shit. And he's going right after it. This tells me he's going to be an outstanding mayor. He's going to be an excellent mayor. Because these type of behaviors are exactly what make American cities dysfunctional. And it happens all over the place. Landlords and real estate agents with like brokerage fees, all sorts of little fees and tricks that private individuals are getting. I mean, the entire healthcare industry is basically this type of scam. He's going to be an outstanding fucking mayor.
Have you ever applied for a permit?
Yeah, I'm applied and no come anything.
It's long wait. I'm number 3,800 something. And
After 2 years, you're number 3,800.
yes.
These are the 4 bills that are sitting in the city council right now, which would give these vendors their own permits and make your halal more affordable. But Eric Adams hasn't said a single word about them. If you own the permit, then how much would you charge for the plate?
$7.
$8.
$8.
Would you rather pay $10 for a plate of halal or $8?
$8.
$8.
I think $8 is the way to go.
If I was the mayor, I'd be working with city council from day 1 to make halal $8 again.
So, how to pay?
Tastes like $10, but it should be 8.
I want you to know something, chat, is that centrist Democrats say government doesn't work, and it's because, like Republicans, they make it that way. Local Democratic bigwigs are already signaling they'll consolidate their support behind Mamdani, despite the progressive Queens Assemblyman's outsider status within his own party, because he already won. So they're deciding they don't want to do a civil war because they know they would lose. And right now, Mamdani's trying to win. I hope Mamdani does not give a shit and has no loyalty to these scumbags. I hope he goes absolutely nuclear next year. I hope DSA is recruiting 20 candidates for every seat in New York. They should do a full court press. You're either DSA or not. New York Rep Jerry Nadler, who had backed fact, former city comptroller Scott Stringer, the Democratic primary, endorsed Mamdani. New York Democratic bigwigs Governor Kathy Hochul, Chuck Schumer, and House Hakeem Jeffries all congratulated Mamdani on his apparent victory, but notably didn't yet endorse him in November's election. Hassan is hinting that he's trying to recruit someone to challenge Torres next year. We need to find people in LA to challenge. We need to find people in LA to go after. And Hassan needs to like fundraise for some primary challenges in LA. We need to take a look at LA's maps, and we need to go and we need to find the people that are most vulnerable, and we need to go after them. You know who would be a good candidate? Don't you agree with me? I think legitimately, if we could get her to do it, does she want to? You know she does. I would do it, but I'm a little bit too anti-Democrat party. They would just spend the entire primary going like, he hates Democrats. He didn't vote for Kamala Harris. What happens when they come after Caroline with this?
All right, I know what they want. I know what these people want.
He is the self-suck king. I don't believe this for a second. The Dems are going to Corbyn him so quick and endorse Eric Adams over him. I don't know about that, man. I think you underestimate the power. Like, I think that he won by too much. They're scared. Some of the biggest rats will definitely flee the ship. And a lot of the people they're going to try to like fuck him over subtly, but they don't want to take the civil war on. They don't want to break out a true civil war with him as the leader. They're scared of actually fighting head to head against him because he's charismatic. Who are they going to put up? They'll lose. Look how scared the Albany clique is. Senator Gillibrand is asked about Mamdani. I vote in Albany, she replies. We need to get her the fuck out of office.